When are there exceptions to double jeopardy rules? Imagine facing a trial for a crime you believe you have already been tried for. It might seem unfair, but there are specific times when the law allows this to happen. That's because double jeopardy is not an absolute rule. It mainly stops the government from trying someone again for the same crime after the trial has officially started. But certain situations let the law bend or bypass this rule. One major exception is when different government authorities prosecute the same person. For example, if a person commits a crime that breaks both state and federal laws, each government can try them separately. The state government can hold a trial, and later the federal government can also try the same person for the same act. This is because state and federal governments are considered separate sovereigns. Another exception involves civil cases. Double jeopardy only applies to criminal trials. So, if someone is found not guilty in a criminal court, they can still be sued in civil court for damages related to the same actions. For instance, if a person is acquitted of theft, they can still face a civil lawsuit for the money lost. If a trial ends without a verdict because the jury cannot agree or because the judge declares a mistrial, the prosecution can usually try again. This is because the trial did not reach a final decision, so jeopardy did not truly attach. For example, if a jury cannot decide on guilt or innocence, the case can be retried without violating double jeopardy rules. Cases dismissed before reaching a verdict also fall into this category. If a judge dismisses charges during a trial, the prosecution might be able to start a new case later. This is because the trial was stopped before a final decision was made. Pretrial proceedings are another area where double jeopardy does not apply. Prosecutors can sometimes refile charges or bring new ones before the case officially begins. If charges are dismissed early, they might be refiled later, especially if new evidence appears or if the initial charges were dropped for procedural reasons. Lastly, even if someone is tried and convicted for one offense, they can still be charged with different crimes arising from the same act if each crime requires proving different elements. For example, a person who commits assault and theft during the same incident can be charged with both crimes because each has distinct legal requirements. Knowing these exceptions helps you see that double jeopardy is a strong protection but not an absolute shield. It mainly prevents repeated criminal trials by the same government after jeopardy has attached. However, it does not stop all legal actions related to the same conduct, especially when different authorities or types of cases are involved.